Ready to go live. Ready to go live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Forest night out in St. Louis. Hey, just wanted to do this real quick. I know I get quite a few people. I shouldn't say I've seen quite a few people asking, like, how do you use the EX8 app? I'm gonna go over how I use it. Whew. Just had to run outside, get the grandbaby, bring her in the house, get back up here, get this live out of the way because I've got a coaching call here in about 15 minutes. So I wanted to jump on that. But in the interim, I wanted to show you how I use the EX8 app. You get access to the EX8 Trade Ideas app when you're enrolled in the Elevate Trading Education platform. It's an optional software that you can upgrade to if you so choose to. I did a post on my timeline here about the wins. It was like out of the last 10 trade ideas, 8 were wins and 2 were losses. So that's 80% win rate, right? If you're doing the math, they had 10 trades, 8 wins. That's 8. However guys do 8s. 8 wins and 2 losses is 80% win rate. Not too bad. If you had a batting average like that, I think you would be like in the Superstar Hall of Fame. So the first thing that you want to do, that I do, is I like to see what it is first. I'll come in and check just to see. This one says this is an actual active trade idea. It's a sell AUD USD. It's active. The first thing I'm going to come in is I'm going to look at the trade idea, and I want to open up my chart on the trading view. So I open up the trading view chart. And I'll show this to you. Share the screen. I'm going to open up my trading view chart, and I'm just going to take an overall look at everything on my chart, depending on what's going on here. The indicator that you see on right here is the FAST system that we use. Matter of fact, the class is going to be starting tonight at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you're thinking about trading, you want to get in learning how to trade, reach out to me, and I can walk you through and do that. So anyway, this is the AUD USD, Australian dollar against the US dollar. This is a trade idea that's in the app. Now, it's always suggested that you go in and you research this, right? You want to evaluate the trade. You want to look at the trade idea to see if it's something that looks like it's going to work. Because if you set up a trade idea that was entered yesterday, you might be behind the trade or not entering the trade when you're supposed to. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to come in and I'm going to look at where my stop loss is. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add in my stop loss. And this is a sell, so my stop loss is going to be up here somewhere in this area, 840. So I'm going to type on that. I'm going to tap on this. I'm going to type in coordinates, and I hit OK. And I like to put it in red, so that's where my stop loss is set. And the reason we put in stop losses is we want to make sure that we're not going to risk too much, because the Elevate platform actually teaches trade management. Most likely, I'm going to guess that my first take profit is right in here. It's called a BTS move. It's called between the sheets line. Typically, the trade's going to come down into somewhere here. If it continues, it'll continue the purple one. We'll see how close I am to this. I've also got my MACD down here running. It says I'm in a sell position. I just crossed my 0 line down here. I've got a red dot. So it's indicating everything should be a sell, with exception of my green SARs that I've got here. I do have a blue cloud in the back. I've got a red X, a blue cloud. The only thing that hasn't changed over right now, because I'm using Hockenacci candles in the fast system, is I don't have the red SAR, which should pop up here. So this sort of still means there's buyers in the market. Looking at my MACD down here, it looks like there was a few buyers that jumped in. It looks like it's back to sellers, but it's right at the 0 line. What I'm looking is for this to continue down, right? I'm looking for this to continue down. I'm looking for this to turn red. But in the interim, I'm going to go ahead and put my stop loss here. And then I'm going to say, just without looking at these numbers, I'm going to put in, based on what I know, is my first take profits here. I like to make that green for my first take profit. And then I'm going to say my second take profit is going to be somewhere in this area. Again, I'm not teaching how to trade. If you take this trade and you lose money, don't blame it on me, right? You've got to get in and you got to learn how to do these trades. This is something I learned in class. You may get a win. You may not get a win. Again, some of these trade ideas are wins, some are not. So let's see how close I am. So I know where my stop loss is. It's set right in this area. It's probably off of a candle, depending on where it's at here. I'm saying it's going to be off of this candle right here, which is the first trend change. As you can see, there's a lot of consolidation in here. I may actually move my stop loss up. Just again, I can take the exact stop loss that's in the trade, or I can move it up. Might give myself just a little bit more room, take a little bit more risk. And then I've got to enter my trade. So when I enter my trade, it's going to trend down here. So let's see what the educators put in, what the trade idea is. 71525. We'll see how close I am. So there's 7-1. I'm gonna do that one in a blue. 71525, which would have been 7-1. I cannot find 525. So the first, what did I do? Oh, I just, you know what I did? Let's go back here. Let's change that back to red. Let's enter a new one. 71525. 71525. Let's just do this. Tap on this. 71525. It's on the 30-minute chart too, so I need to change my chart. We'll come back and look at that. Hit OK. I'm going to change this to style of green. I'll make that green for my first take profit. So that's the, actually I said I was going to do blue for the educator's take profit. So let's change that back. Hear that noise in the back? That's my grandbaby running around. So going to the down to the 30-minute time frame, this is how they have it set up to come here, which is my first black line. It's in between the sheets, between the orange and the yellow. I bet the first take profit on the 30-minute is here, right? I was up one time frame, which is on the hour, which I would have had a take profit here. The same idea if you understand that. So I was thinking right. So the first take profit was here. The second one on the 30-minute should be right in this zone. We'll see if that's the case. So I'm going to guess and put take profit number 2 right here, and we'll see how close I was. 71383. Oh my goodness, that was pretty close. 71383. Let's do coordinates. 713. I was off by just a smidge, and that's okay. That's just to give a little room. So basically, what the trade idea is saying: "What's up, baby? What you got? What you got over there?" Wow, that's cool. She always wants me to put these on my head like this for some kind of crazy reason. So you guys get to see what my grandbaby's doing. Here you go, grandbaby.
Go get it.
Here you go.
Go get it for Papa.
Here you go.
She's like, I don't need to come all the way in the room.
There you go, ladybugs. So that's basically how the trade ideas app work. Now I've just got to wait to decide. Now in the 30-minute, you'll see that I've got everything red. I've got my red X. I've got my blue cloud. I've got my red SAR. There's absolutely no reason why I wouldn't go ahead and go to my MT4 and enter these trade ideas in my MT4 and execute that trade. Hope you got some value out of this. Hope that made a little bit of sense. If you'd like to learn more about how to use the Trade Ideas app, how you want to learn how to take these trades, reach out to me. We'll get you set up. If for some crazy reason you're watching this and you decide to take the trade, it's totally on you, right? You got to use proper risk management. You got to understand what you're doing. Hope this makes sense. So I'm going to jump out of here. I'm going to enter this trade before I get too far behind the curve here and set it up, and we'll see what happens. And if it ends up being a win, guess what? I'll let you know. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.
She's